Thank you very much. We are going to have some testimonials. Before then, we'd like to conclude the check presentation. So I'd like to call on the chairman again, step forward. And I think I'd like to call on our guy here, please step forward for presentation. The MD should join us. And I think the next company in line to receive a check, a very fat check I've been told, is Noor Communications. Noor Communications, please step forward. Is it not a check? That's a check of 37, let me not say, is it billion? And the next presentation goes to CityServes Limited. CityServes Limited, do you have a representative from CityServe? They are also taking a whopping sum of money. And by next year, they should get bigger than that. CityServe, please join. Is this IT? Who wrote it like this? All right. The last but not the least, ITB Nigeria Limited. Representative of ITB Nigeria Limited, please come forward and take your fat check. And gentlemen of the press and guests, please note, like we said, these 5 presentations is just to demonstrate that we're actually giving out this out. Like the MD said, from this afternoon, the recipient of this surplus will start getting their money in their account. Thank you. All right, thank you very much. Like I mentioned, though we will not be presenting a physical check to them here, Sterling Bank will be receiving a check, a surplus of 259,081 naira 32 kobo. Can we give them an applause? We also have APT Pension Funds Manager will be getting 532,574 naira 16 kobo. And another company that I'm very familiar with, the Jotna Group, the owner of the Lakasera company and so many other companies under the group, they will be getting 1,170,792.66 kobo. So this is just to encourage us that this insurance company is a niche insurance company that believes so much in win-win. We're hoping that the next surplus event will be a bigger one, and we'll have a lot of people receiving surpluses in range of 5 million upward. Can we have a round of applause to that? Thank you. We have some testimonials. Some will be done virtually, and some will be done live here. And some of the people that are here that have testimonial to give, I'd like to call on the Rector, College of Insurance and Financial Management for our remarks, short remarks. Please come. You may choose to just say it here, so you don't have to come to. Thank you. Is the microphone on? Let's bring it up.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning. I want to start on the existing protocols. It's my pleasure to identify with Noor Takaful. I have been someone interested in Takaful insurance business. As a matter of fact, I published a couple of journals, academic journals on Takaful. I know, even before I got to the college, that this is one way by which we can drive financial inclusion. I'm happy to see that we're making progress in this light. The college has also supported this sensitization on Takaful insurance in our diploma program, which we run a 9-month diploma program in the college. Takaful is one of the emerging insurance businesses that we teach at the college. We have also run short courses in Takaful at the college. We also have a certificate program on Takaful insurance. Unfortunately, that has never been subscribed for. And I think this boils down to the fact that people really do not understand the Takaful business. And I think this kind of gestures by the Noor Takaful will go a long way reinforcing the belief and the growth of Takaful insurance business in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. And I'd like you to please pass the microphone to the bursar of Ahmadu Bello University for his own short remarks and testimony. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Please permit me to also stand on existing protocols. When I received a call from the MD of Noor Takaful that a meeting is taking place where surpluses will be shared, you see, my joy, I see knows no limit. Because I remember initially when we started to confine our costs, you know, accountants, we care about costs. And especially, you see, in education institutions where funding is a big challenge. Every year, you spend millions of naira on insurance, and hardly do you make a claim, and then that money is like going down the drain. And you see, Ahmadu Bello University, you see, is the largest university in Africa south of the Sahara, and then Nigeria. We're also the biggest in terms of capacity, in terms of student intake, and also you see in terms of asset size. But because of the cost of insurance, you see, it's really very difficult to meet up. So in 2017, we took the bull by the horn and said, look, we have to experiment other models of insurance. But you see, to my surprise then, when we talked to our broker, you see, about Takaful, it's like, you see, the concept was arcane, new, sort of. People, not many people know about this model. And I want to use this opportunity to appeal to Noor Takaful to spare an advocacy campaign. Lead it. There are many people out there who are interested, you see, in this product, but they don't know that it exists. And then for those of us coming from educational institutions, like in Ahmadu Bello University, you see, we have a student population of over 100,000 on and off campus. And these students, you see, are potential customers. Start with family. Many of them, you see, are postgraduate students. They have businesses they run. Once they are aware of this product, believe me, they will market it. And then, since it is Takaful, I want you also to take into consideration the possibility of breaking premium payment for general insurance. I've seen in the app that was displayed that with regards to family, you can pay installmentally. It will be very good because sometimes what restrains people, organizations from updating their policy is cash flow. And especially now that we are faced with the challenge of COVID-19, cash flow is a big challenge, at least for the sector that I am coming from. Universities are closed. we've not completed first semester. We are in August, and so we are on the verge of losing a session. So cash flow is a major challenge. I think I shouldn't make too much noise about this. Let me once again appreciate Noor Takaful for this gesture. I can really see it is win-win, that all the money, if you want, you will have something at least to take back. And not just to take back and spend, you see, we'll plow the money back, you see, into insurance. Again, it is really a big relief for us. So I thank the board and management, board management and staff of Noor Takaful and all those who are here. And let me also say that I send greetings and best wishes from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. May I also invite the representative of CityServe, Mr. Jibril Salaudin, to Doctor, please. I have Mr. here. Apologize. Dr. Jibril Salaudin, please.
Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. For me, it's more of a double honor to be here. And I feel quite excited to be here. I'm not going to say some of the things that have been said before because they actually relate to me as well. However, I will just add a few bits to it. The first thing that interests me to Noor Takaful as we continue to do business and engage is the speed of response. They have an excellent speed to response. People who know me very well, and I know a lot of Noor Takaful staff knows me, they know that I'm not somebody that praise anybody that easily. I'm a critic. That's what I do. But when people do something very good, I appreciate them. I've sent a check from Ahmadu Bello University today, and I'm going to do very much to beat it next year. The next thing is their ability to listen. There is always somebody to listen to you in Noor Takaful. Somebody is always there to listen to you. When we started engagement, they came in to present Noor Takaful to me and present the Takaful policy and how they want to go around it with me. They never knew me. I hold a PhD in Islamic finance. So the guy was coming and he was talking to me and I was listening to him. But one thing I will never forget is that they have a dogged sales team. I keep sending them away, they keep coming back. Sending them away because the chairman of the company sits on the board of a conventional insurance company, and we're using that company to do the insurance of the company where I'm operating. So I was saying to myself, how do I take it from the chairman and give it to these guys? But the guy keeps coming in, and I said, you know what? Can you make a presentation to our board? Not a very senior person in the organization, a salesperson, and he said, yes, even now. I said, what an infantry. Oh, boldness. And she actually came in, she did the presentation, and the chairman asked me, will they return a surplus? I said, yes, Takaful always return a surplus. He said, let's try it. And we gave it a trial. Last year, we got a very tiny surplus, but it was memorable. And as soon as we got it, he said, Jibril, can you ask this guy if they can take on our ship? Yes, the petroleum downside, the offshore drilling is down now. And I'm looking at the check, like I said, from ABU. And I'm saying to myself, if I throw in a ship, then I can go and meet my brother next year and I said, you know, I beat you. So that's what I want to do. Thank you.
Fantastic. Fantastic one there, Doctor. Thank you. And before we go to the guys that are waiting online, virtually to give their remarks, I'd like to call on the MD, First Adequate Benefit Insurance Brokers, Mr. Bola Aziz. Elijah Mrs. Bola Aziz. I'll bring your microphone.
I think it's afternoon now. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to stand on existing protocol, but I will make a comment on the chairman. When a fish got rotten, it starts from the head. When you are looking for the eyes, just look at the head. I can see because you have a vibrant chairman, the company is doing pretty well. And I look at the board, the high table, I guess that's the board of Noor Takaful. There is nobody that is hold. So what it means is the thinking, the actions, everything will be modern, will be millennium. When Takaful came to our office, I had to make a comment that we have tried this thing before. And they promised they failed. So we are not willing to try again. But surprisingly, when there was a claim, the way the MD treated it with the team, I said they will have more from us. Can you please help me appreciate them? It was during the COVID-19, deep COVID-19, precisely during April lockdown, when he gave his word and he said, don't worry, he's going to, the loss adjuster was skeptical of traveling. And he said, Kaduna, how will I go to Kaduna from Lagos? Then when the MD said, don't worry, I'm in Abuja, and I'm going to make sure that claim is treated. And behold, it was treated and treated very well. So the client says, if I is the advocate of, you must give my businesses, all my businesses to Noor Takaful. And it interests you that this person is a pastor in a church. So what it means is a good business always sells for itself. You have started well, and behold, it's just a matter of time. Noor Takaful will be a household name. Just keep on the flag flying. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I think from all these testimonials, we need not to advertise again, because we know that with these commendations, we'll bring referrals and bring business for Noor Takaful. I'd like to say that I share a lot of things with Dr. Salahuddin. I'm a born critic, but I understand that criticism is not to destroy. I was told in critic writing that criticism is to point out when things are wrong, and you should also commend when people do. This is the only thing I find funny in Nigeria. You find people who call themselves critics, social critic, and commentators. They only see the bad. So, but if you do anything good for me, I'm going to make sure that you get 10 more businesses from me. There's this young man who is making shoes. I'm wearing his belt this morning. The guy is called 44. He made a shoe and delivered to my office. The packaging, I was asking myself, this cannot be in Nigeria. And since then, I've been telling my friends to patronize him. And I'm very impressed to be part of Noor Takaful, and I hope to see the future with them as you grow in leaps and bounds. Thank you very much. We have people waiting online to give commendations, and at 12:30, we're actually expecting a very important guest. He's on now. Okay, so he's my friend. We've worked on a couple of businesses together. I'd like to invite Mr. Sulaiman from Sterling Bank to give his testimony. Are you there, Mr. Sulaiman? Go ahead. I think we have quite a number of them. We have Mr. Taiwo Ajayi. Mr. Taiwo Ajayi, are you with us? He's the technical officer at the Enterprise Asset Leasing, APT Pensions.
Hello, good afternoon. It's actually Miss.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, this is Mr. Wajari.
Okay, yes, correct.
Yes.
Correction noted. Please go ahead.
All right, so
Can you
my
please share your
conclusion.
video, please, so we can see you. Enable your video. But if you're not comfortable with it, you can go.
It's not connecting.
Okay,
No,
please
it's
go
not
on.
connecting.
Go on,
Okay,
Mr.
anyway. Yeah, my contribution will actually be I appreciate your business and customer relationship, because each time we just need a favor, everyone is on ground to assist us and we get our responses immediately. Yeah, and so far, I think this is the first insurance company I'm even getting to know about the win-win insurance policy that you get the surplus back. So I appreciate you guys, and you um continue the work you are doing. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's 12:30. Do we have Mr. Abubakar Suleiman, the MD of Sterling Bank, online now?
Good afternoon. I am online.
All right, please go on.
Good afternoon. I don't know if you can hear me.
We
Are
can hear you
able to hear
clearly,
me?
loud and clear.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, and let me thank everyone that has made time for this event. I apologize that I'm not able to be there in person. I would love to be there to collect my own check. So maybe next year, hopefully I'll be around in person to collect one of the largest checks. For me, the conversation around Takaful goes back to the question of insurance penetration in Nigeria. I think everybody complains that we have less than 1.5% penetration in Nigeria. But over the years and over the decades, we've been trying the same thing over and over again. And we've seen dozens of insurance companies come and go. What Takaful represents for me is somebody for a different answer, because clearly, if you keep applying the same solution and you're not making progress, you have to think differently. And that is what Takaful represents. And for me, Noor is the first company that has committed fully, not just to the principle of win-win and the Takaful principle that we are propagating, but to running a very modern company. So a lot of people sometimes create the value, but they don't pay attention to running a cutting-edge competitive company. What I have come to love about the company Noor Takaful for the years that I have known them, it's that they've never committed to anything less than excellence. Whether it is in terms of the level of the ethics that they bring to the business, the technology that they bring to the business, or increasingly, as we've heard from many speakers today, the quality of service, which is something we all know we are struggling with in Nigeria. My experience with the Noor Takaful team has been one of the highest level of ethics in business. And as a customer, being able to receive this refund and this be part of this distribution, it's unprecedented. We as a company spend hundreds of millions of naira every year, and we've done so for 60 years, paying premiums. And this is the first time, this is the very first time working with Takaful that we are receiving a refund. This is the first company that is doing this. Just like previous speakers have noted, especially regarding Takaful becoming mainstream and the different opportunities that are offered, I think this kind of event is what we need. I think it is information that is the problem. Not a lot of people are aware of what is available. And I think as we propagate this and we see more people coming in, it actually becomes a much larger ecosystem. And as partners, we all will get more back out of the process. So let me specifically thank the chairman. It has been an honor watching you and your team build this incredibly rewarding business, not just for your shareholders, but for the employees and for us as customers. And to thank the MD and the management of Noor Takaful. You will continue to enjoy the full support of Sterling Bank, and you will continue to enjoy my full respect as an individual. So let me round up at this point by saying, I speak as a customer of Noor Takaful, and I can say confidently that there is no competition for what you offer today. It is simply head and shoulder above everything else in the market. Thank you so much, and I will stop here.
Abubakar, thank you very much. That's a fantastic one for you. We hope you still continue, stay online through the course of the program. We have somebody else online to give a testimonial. We have the head underwriting Orange Insurance Brokers, Mr. Bayomi Odebo. Mr. Bayomi, are you with us?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello. Good afternoon. Hope you can hear me from there. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I'm glad to be part of this program for today. First and foremost, I would say to me, it's a life testimony of what Noor Takaful is all about. It's been a while, a long time I've been hearing about Noor Takaful, and I thought, like many other people would think, oh, Muslim insurance, how is it going to work? How are they going to do it? But 2 years ago, at one of the programs organized by the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers at Abeokuta, the chairman and some other delegates came to that program, and a view about what Noor Takaful does and what is all about Noor Takaful was actually explained on that day. And I have a kind of a change of mind about the insurance when it comes to Noor Takaful. After that period, a visit was made to my office, and we had a lot of discussion. And we were able to say, okay, with my MD called, like, this is Noor Takaful. What are we going to do? Then we're able to give a business out to Noor Takaful, believing that, yes, beyond every other doubt, what the chairman said the other time when we met, and what the representatives that are representing Noor Takaful up there as well too, what they carry in their belief about the insurance company actually speaks volume. Though, like others have been saying, there's no claim yet for us to say, oh, yeah, thumbs up to Noor Takaful on claims treatment. But I would say their response time, whenever we call upon them, is top notch. It's a good response time we've been getting from them each time we call upon Noor Takaful. And saying this today is a very, very good testimonial, which implies that, yes, it is possible and it is doable. That, yeah, you can actually get back part of your fund when you invest in Noor Takaful insurance. Like you have said, you are not looking at it that you are carrying the risk or you are taking all the risk, not the risk transfer of it as a whole, but it's a share and a win-win affairs when you deal with Noor Takaful. It's a very good one, which I'm going to carry, and as much as possible, make more about it to managing director. We see how well we could increase our patronage with Noor Takaful. It's a very good thing. The representatives that have been coming to our hand here, they are top notch. They do what they are supposed to do at the right time. They call you when you need to be called. When renewals are getting closer, they give you notification. I say good job to the board and director, and good job to every other member of Noor Takaful. And I pray that Allah will continue to grow you from strength to strength. Thank you so much.
God bless you. That will bring us a wrap on the testimonial session. We would like to move to the interactive session. And already we have some questions online. I'd like to read them while I call on the MD and the executive director that will be providing answers to the questions. So please come forward. Online, we have a question from Rotimi Fashola. It says, how do you relate with brokers and pay their commission on brokerages? Number 2, are you a limited liability company or a PLC? Number 3, are your investors getting returns on their investment or sharing in the surplus He said, Alaji Fashola is a director, competent insurance brokers. I can take questions again if you want, or I take them one by one. Number one, how do you relate with brokers and pay their commission or brokerages?
Thank you very much. My name is Eitayo Ogului, representing Noor Takaful Insurance Limited. Well, we are regulated by NICOM, and we pay brokerage in line with NICOM regulation. That is, for non-motor, we pay 20% commission as brokerage, and for motor policy, we pay 12.5%. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The second question.
The second question, okay.
Are you a limited liability company or a PLC?
We are a limited liability company.
Thank you. The third question, are your investors getting ROI or sharing in the surplus? The MD will take that one. Bearing in mind that the chairman is here.
That's why I'm laughing. Okay, unfortunately, as it stands today, Noor Takaful as an organization has not paid dividend to shareholders. Like I stated earlier on, the risk fund is totally separated from the shareholders fund. So in terms of underwriting profit, we have continuously made that. But when it comes to the shareholders funds, let's put in mind that typically any organization that commences business, any serious organization that goes into serious business, particularly in insurance business, it will take a number of years for you to be able to generate income enough to start paying dividends. And luckily, we have shareholders and board of directors who understand the business, understand the model, and appreciate it, I hope. So we expect that this is our 4th year of operation. We expect that very soon we will be able to make returns to our shareholders. The people that would benefit from the surplus are participants only or our clients. Thank you.
So what if a shareholder is also a participant?
Of course he will get it. We have a number of shareholders who are participants who are clients.
It will not be heard of that there's a shareholder that is not insuring with us. Please, if you know anybody, let me know. I will call the guys at the cantonment to arrest them.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. There's another question from one AMI online, AMI, actually. How does the surplus work for a small premium holder? For example, a car insurance holder. Thanks.
What we did last year at the 2017 surplus was effectively a third-party holder for motor vehicle has paid 5,000 naira in terms of contribution. So effectively, that person will end up getting less than 600 naira. What we did was the funds remained in the risk fund because administrative-wise it did not make sense. But as part of equity and fairness of Noor Takaful's policy, we felt it is necessary that as much as possible, anybody who has brought in funds through contribution should get something back. So today, the policy holder of a 5,000 naira motor vehicle would get something back. Cash would not be transferred, again, because of the logistics, and the Takaful model allows you to do that. However, the person will get a credit in their account. So if they're renewing their policy, rather than pay 5,000 naira, they will end up paying 4,400 naira to renew their policy. So that is the way we would give back. We believe and we hope that as the risk fund becomes healthier and the surplus becomes more generous, we'll be able to give back to all the participants cash-wise.
Thank you very much. From one Muhammad Yaya, he said, does your company have actuarial policy for actuaries?
Sorry, can you?
Do you have actuarial policy?
Actuarial policy? Well, Actually, I don't really get the question right, but the way I'll answer it is if we want to declare surplus, we actually engage an actuary because they look into our record and they will recommend what to distribute and they will recommend what to reserve. So that's how we relate with actuaries.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm very sure that the gentleman of the press here seated too will have one or two questions to ask. Please signify by raising up your hand so we can pass the microphone to you to ask your questions. Thank you. I can see one hand up. The lady there. I'll need somebody to do this for you. Thank you. Please state your name, your media organization, and ask your question.
My name is Omobola Solukushimo. I write for the Nation newspaper. I'd like to congratulate the company. I think the company has done well in the short space of time that it has come on board the insurance industry. But I think that if the company has truly come to bridge that gap that has been there, the awareness drive should be worked on. Aside from the fact that when you came, when NICOM told us that you've been issued a license, I don't think I've seen you anywhere else until today. And if the media is to help you drive awareness, I think that before now you should have had an interface with us, you know. So I think that I'm excited about everything that I've heard. The conventional companies, you know, I've never, some say they do a give back when you don't make claims, but well, we've not seen testimonials like this. So I think that the company should work on this area and, you know, be more visible and be there for people to see what you're doing. We need that company that will bridge that gap. I also like to know, do you reinsure? What's your reinsurance pattern like? Since this is an Islamic, if you just take us through to understand that, how you go about that. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. What I'll do is I'll answer the first portion of the question, and Mr. Tayo will answer the second question on the Rita Careful. You're right. To a large extent, people have known very little about Takaful as a whole. But I think it was a deliberate thing. We wanted to build that confidence in the market. We wanted to show that, look, this thing actually works and is working. But what you will see going forward is you see more engaging activities with the public, with the press, starting from a day like this. We expect that at some point in time, we would have one-on-one with you, the press. We would see more adverts. You'll see more media. We have started that. It's a gradual thing, and it's something that the board of the company has given the management a mandate to ensure that they're able to reach out to more people across the country. But we wanted to be ready. We wanted to be really ready to build our capacity in-house, to build our technical capacity, technological capacity, and today as an organization, we are ready to take on the whole of the country. Thank you.
So regarding the issue of reinsurance, in Takaful, we call it Takaful. So we also have Takaful arrangement with African Reinsurance, Cairo, and apart from African Re, people on our security leagues are Kenya Re, Tunis Re, and I think that's all. So this is what we have as our Takaful. So we have a Takaful arrangement already. Thank you very much.
Okay, my name is Zaka Khalid. I write for Leadership newspaper. It's a novel idea, being the fact that Takaful Insurance in Nigeria, we can say you are the first to be registered by NICOM. And when you are reeling down the achievement, I find it, I don't know how to put it, that you have this kind of achievement. We have companies that doesn't even do much than this, much up to this level, and you see them around in the public. So I would advise you that going forward, some of these things has to, you have to convince people with testimonies. Testimony speaks louder than you coming out and say, I am this. So I think going forward, things like this should be done, just like my colleague here has said. Then another thing I noticed is that while you are mentioning your branches, is it that you didn't see any prospect in the East? You are vertically focusing on the North and the South here. So that's my question.
We have plans to open in Port Harcourt. Because the Takaful model is new, and we're relatively, I'll be honest with you, we take our time in making certain decisions. We have to be strategic in whatever decision we make. Okay, we will not just take a step because people say we should be at a particular location. Port Harcourt is an important place. The whole of the Southeast is very important. Today, we actually do serve people in Port Harcourt, in I think Imo, Anambra. We have people that have taken up. But as we know it today, the world is changing. You don't have to be physically in a location to actually serve people there. We have agents who have their clients there. If you know insurance business very well, you know that insurance is built on the agency platform, whereby you have a representative who is there, may not necessarily have a physical office. And even in areas like Ibadan that we opened on this year, we had a representation for a long time until we actually opened a physical location. So your comments are noted, and I believe when we come back next year, you'll hear more of the physical locations that will open across the country.
Another question in the house before I go back to the virtual questions? Okay, we don't have another question in the house. I have some questions that have been asked online, and I'll take them one by one. Okay. Abubakar Zakari asked, if I decide not to renew
A number of people who are receiving surplus today. The NICOM recapitalization at the moment does not affect Takaful operators. The recapitalization only affects conventional and reinsurance companies. However, despite that, Noor Takaful has already taken measures to recapitalize on its own. The board has made that commitment to increase our financial capacity as an organization. That will make us to be able to compete better in the country.
Thank you. See, say vehicle comprehensive, money and other. Will the surplus be calculated on total contribution? I think this question is self-explanatory.
Actually be calculated on total contribution because you even if for example, let me give you a scenario. If you make claim on motor insurance and you don't make claim on fire insurance, of course you are qualified to get your surplus on fire insurance. And if you don't make claim on both policy, you are qualified to make you are qualified for surplus on both policies.
Okay. We have another question. The person is anonymous actually. If a client's annual premium is, let's say, 1 million naira, and along the line he has a claim of about 100,000 paid, does he or she still qualify for surplus?
No, it does not qualify for surplus. Once you make claim, you are not qualified.
All right, thank you very much. That will be a wrap on the Q&A interactive section. You can both please take your seat back. Thank you. Yes, we now take the vote of thanks by the director, Mr. Mukhtar Bakari. Vote of thanks.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the Chairman Board of Directors of Noor Takaful, the management and the entire staff of Noor Takaful, I want to thank the Commissioner, National Insurance Commission, the Director General, Nigeria Insurers Association, the representative of the President, Nigeria Council of Registered Insurance Brokers, all the participants here present, the Bossa Ahmadu Bello University, who flew in all the way from Zaria, the brokers here present and those online, all the participants online, ladies and gentlemen of the press here present and those online, the rector, Nigerian College of Insurance, and the managing director, CEO of Sterling Bank, PLC. I thank you all for participating, joining us this morning for the second surplus distribution event of Noor Takaful. And I want to wish you a safe journey back to your various destinations. And I want to urge you to keeping safe and to keep trying to keep those around you and closest to you safe. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, sir. So there's tea break. While we go for this, we have just two new questions that just came in. I want the MD and the director to answer them. One, Joshua Bola Unduro asked, a car policy holder who do not make claims during the currency of the policy is reimbursed up to how much of his premium? That's how much of premium do you pay back? And the second question from one Muhammad Bello is, first, he said, congratulations on your declaration of surplus. I wish to know if Takaful industry in Nigeria have any collaboration or association with one another with the spirit and goal of expanding the Takaful reach in the country.
Okay. Just the second question. There's a Takaful Institute that we have created within the major or the 4 Takaful companies. We talk to each other on a regular basis. We have similar challenges, so we do exchange ideas and to see how we can collaborate together to grow the industry. On the first question, we cannot determine a rate. The rate on surplus or effective rate on surplus is dependent on the, how would I put it now, on the valuation of the risk fund. This goes through evaluation of the actuaries and then various approvals. Effectively in 2017, we paid 10% back of whatever you contributed. For 2018, which we're doing today, we're effectively paying 13%. This will change, this will continue to change. We just hope that it continues to grow. Thank you.
On this note, I'd like to say a very big thank you to the management, board and management of Noor Takaful Insurance. And I have to thank all our guests for coming. And for those who joined online, we thank you very much. Thank you and God bless you. This would bring this occasion to a very happy end. Thank you. God bless you.